Mr. Shankar Shinde, Chairman of Federation of Freight Forwarders Associations, Mr. Dushyant Mulani, Chairman, Mr. A.V. Vijay Kumar, immediate past President, distinguished dignitaries, colleagues from industries, guests, and all my dear friends. I am delighted to be here virtually with you at all the 24th Convention of Federation of Freight Forwarders Association in India. Complement the national apex body representing more than 6,500 custom brokers and partners from freight, shipping and commerce sectors having 90% contribution in India's international trade. I also congratulate the Federation being the sole body in logistic field, having representation on National Trade Facilitation Committee, NTFC, which is chaired by the Cabinet Secretary. Your contribution in constructing efficient logistics, formulating policy, promoting trade, and strengthening supply chain is very much recognized. Our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji has put a vision for India to become a $5 trillion economy by 2025. Today, the GDP share from agriculture sector is approximately 20%. From industry, it is 25%, and from the service sector, picture नहीं है. Currently, the Indian logistics sector is valued at $150 billion, contributing for making our country Atmanirbhar. So the government is supporting and encouraging manufacturing ecosystem in the country. India's exports amounted to $417.8 billion and import volume rose to $610 billion during the year 2021 and 22. Our international trade has crossed $1 trillion, rupees 80 lakh crores, and this show good prospects for the Indian trade and also validates the market demand for logistics. Reducing logistic cost to 8% of GDP is at the top of our agenda, and it will benefit to all sectors and overall economy. With improving production activity and consumption trends, there are attractive opportunities for the Indian freight forwarding industry. It is my pleasure to deliver a keynote address on the theme Logistic, Reshape, Embrace and Surge in the Digital Era. To increase logistics efficiency, development of physical infrastructure and adoption of advanced digital solutions is very important. I wish the deliberation over this platform will explore further scope for technology to increase logistic efficiency and development of physical infrastructure and adoption of advanced digital solution is important. I wish the deliberations over this platform would explore further scope for technology, innovation, research and investment opportunities to revamp the Indian logistics sector. Infrastructure development plays an important role in supporting the internal and cross-border trade It also makes our business and produce products globally competitive. The government is investing 110 lakh crores in infrastructure development through National Infrastructure Pipeline. The government is focusing on integrated connectivity through roads, inland waterways, railways and airways. The National Gati Shakti Master Plan would make Indian products more competitive by cutting down the logistic cost and improving the supply chains. The road infrastructure plays a critical role in the growth of the Indian economy, as 70% of the goods and nearly 90% of the passenger traffic uses the road network to commute. India has about 63 lakh kilometers of road network, which is the second largest road network in the world. Indian National Highway network of 1.47 lakh kilometers is spread across the country. The Indian government is dedicatedly working towards expanding National Highway network to 2 lakh kilometers by 2025. With allocation of second highest budget this year, the road sector will account for 18% of the capital expenditure over a period of 19 to 2025. Our ministry is constructing 65,000 kilometers of national highway under the Bharatmala project. And we are developing 26 greenfield access control expressways. Additional expressways of 8,500 kilometers have also been planned to develop in near future. The capital investment of around rupees 15 lakh crore is being made on these expressways. The various industrial clusters, smart cities and wayside amenities are being developed along the national highway corridors. NHI is developing world-class wayside amenities at more than 600 locations along the national highway. Apart from basic facilities like goods, toilet, parking and restaurants, these wayside amenities will also have dormitories for truck drivers, EV charging facilities, convention centers, Taruma centers, and retail shops for promoting handicrafts and locally manufactured products. We are developing 35 multimodal logistic parks, and our policies are focused on reducing the logistic cost by providing efficient warehousing, cold storage, packing and value-added services. This will help us make our export more competitive. The MMLPs will help agriculture produce reach the ports faster and also save the logistic cost. Hence, they will give a big boost to agri exports. MMLPs are being developed and operated by private parties, thus bringing in the innovation and expertise of the large and medium-scale logistics service providers for a defined concession period. MMLP shall enable India to serve as a regional transshipment hub within the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. This would give an advantage of transship exempt cargo and containers between the eastern and western countries of India. Port connectivity projects are being implemented to enable swift movement of cargo connecting all ports and inland waterways terminals to increase the efficiency of domestic and international trade routes. We need to give priority to waterways. I always explain the efficiency of the waterways by illustrating that for the same distance to be travelled going by road, it will cost rupees, for example 10 rupees. By railway, it will be 6 rupees, but the waterways, it will only come 1 rupees. When I was shipping and waterways minister, I got the opportunity to develop the first waterway from Varanasi to Haldia with a 3-meter draft. Dredging has been carried out from Haldia to Bay of Bengal and then to Bangladesh over 250 kilometers up to Mongla Port in Brahmaputra. We should give priority for development of industrial clusters, business centers and economic zones near the river fronts. Recently, I have proposed a solution to improve trade with Bangladesh. It will benefit all stakeholders, especially cotton farmers. The current trade line through sea routes via JNPT, Colombo and Chitgaon for export from India faces several congestions around the year. The alternative route connecting main production center near Dhaka via hybrid riverine and coastal route under the Indo-Bangladesh Protocol to Haldia, and therefore it turns to JNPT and Mudra port. It will reduce logistic cost and transit time significantly. This will help to grow our export and benefit our cotton farmers as they can supply raw material to ready-made garments manufacturers in Bangladesh. Incomes of cotton farmers will rise considerably with this initiative. The government is also working on bringing a single logistic law for all modes of freight transportation. This will eradicate duplication of process and simplify procedural requirements. This system will facilitate multimodal transportation in true sense, and we are seeking large-scale application of machine learning and artificial intelligence for efficient logistic ecosystem in India. Investment into India's supply chain infrastructure is gaining momentum. The private investor can invest in the development of multimodal logistic parks, wayside amenities, OFC infrastructure, ropeways, and alternative mobility solutions like cable car, road train buses, and further rail and funicular rail. With greater participation from the private sector and increased government spending, there are huge opportunities for foreign investors to participate in building India's supply chain infrastructure. While building infrastructure at this fast rate, we are also taking utmost care of environment, and it is very important to be eco-sensitive. We are also working with the Ministry of Environment and formed a new policy on tree bank. It is an interesting model which will give credits and debits to infrastructure authorities like NHI, NHIDCL, Airport Authority, Port Authority, depending on their activity of plantation and cutting of trees. We are specifically giving importance to alternative fuels and biofuels such as ethanol, methanol, bio-CNG, bio-LNG, electric, and green hydrogen. We need to shift our logistic on flex engines and hybrid engines technologies that run on biofuels, alternative fuels, and electricity. Recently, ISMA has submitted a report claiming that the diesel generator sets all run on ethanol in Brazil, and we should explore these options. It will save our forex reserve by reducing import of crude oil. At the same time, the cost of diesel is 110 rupees per litre, and cost of bioethanol with the same caloric value, it comes to 60 to 62 rupees per litre. Alternative and indigenous fuel would bring down the logistic cost significantly, apart from protecting our economy, ecology, and environment. LNG and methanol can also be an economically viable fuel for logistic means, and the vehicle and ships engines on these fuels are available and can be adopted to reduce the operational cost of in-cargo movement. The freight forwarders platform perform various activities pertaining to international shipments, including packaging, documentation, warehousing, inventory management, and other value-added services, making them a third-party logistic provider. The process of freight forwarding is turning out to be relatively easier as compared to past scenario, and because of various government initiatives, our government is very supportive, flexible, time-bound, and transparent toward the ease of doing business ecosystem in the country. Your contribution to increase our country's international trade is very important. I congratulate you all for the good work done by the association. With these words, I would like to thank Federation of Freight Forwarders Association for giving me this opportunity to address this entrepreneurship, enterprising, and intellectual audience. It is really a great pleasure for me to interact with you. As far as my future analysis and what perspective is concerned, I feel that the future of the logistic business is very good. But now this is the time for all of you that how we can going to reduce the cost of transportation. I am personally requesting all of you, the LNG is the fuel for the future. Now the trucks are available, they can go up to 1600 km by using LNG, and you can reduce the cost of the fuel by 40% compared with the diesel by using LNG. Now the electric trucks are available, electric buses are available. Electrics is an indigenous fuel. It is import substitute, cost effective, pollution free, and indigenous. At the same time, the methanol is only 22 rupees per litre is available. In northeast, particularly Assam Petroleum is making 100 ton of ethanol per day. Our plan, particularly I request all the Northeast people, if they can take the truck and buses on methanol with the same calorie value like diesel, the cost of the methanol is 22 to 24 rupees per liter. It will reduce the logistic cost. Even in the shipping now, the engine, we can convert the engine onto methanol. So these are the future. And actually ecology and environment is very important. The ethics, economy, ecology and environment, these are the three important pillars. I will request to all of you that we have to protect the ecology and environment. At the same time, we have to develop the economy. By reducing logistic cost, which is presently up to 16%, by taking up to 8%, 100% we are going to increase our export. That is going to create more employment potential. That is going to create eradication of the poverty, and 100% it is going to give wealth for the country. So this is a very important sector. Today in the aviation, the increase is 22% per year. Now this is a competitive world. Every time you have to reduce the cost without compromise with the quality services. And this is a great challenge for the business, particularly for all the people who are the member of the association. It is my request to all of you that we have to make the business of international standard. We have to accept the successful international practices. I always telling to the people that the innovation, entrepreneurship, science, technology, research, skilled and successful practices, we name it as knowledge, and conversion of knowledge into wealth is the future. Regarding the transport sector, either it is automobile engines or it is the fuel sector, there are a lot of changes going on. I will request to all of you, this is the time for all of you to accept the new change and plan for the future. The futuristic technology is going to give you a good future. I am really happy that all our automobile engine companies are now changing. They are improving their products. They are improving the quality of the products, efficiency of the product, and 100% the fuel efficiency is equally important. By the different technology, different innovations and the new technology, it is the time for all the people that we can match up to the international standards. I am really happy that this business has got lot of potential. We are offering logistic park, waterways, new roads, express highway, green express highway, cable car, funicular railway. Even we are ready to accept any new technology, new innovation and new successful practices in the world. And I will request all of you to invest in it. It is economically viable. It will give you good business. And at the same time, in every city, in the public-private mode, we can make logistic park, transport nagar, where we can make the godowns and agriculture pre-cooling plant, cold storage, and also having facility for the transporter, the banks, restaurants, hotels, everything will be there. And this type of new innovative ideas are economically viable. If the land is available with your own initiative, your association can start this type of project. I am really happy for giving me invitation and giving me a chance for express me my thoughts. It is unfortunate that I am not actually present there because I am in Nagpur. Not in Nagpur, but I am in my village, in my farmhouse near to Nagpur, 40 kilometers from Nagpur. It is really a pleasure that I got opportunity to interact with you. I wish you all for best luck and best future for logistic industries. Once again, giving my best wishes to all of you. Thank you very much. आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव के उपलक्ष्य में मैं आपको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं और शुभेच्छाएं देता हूं। धन्यवाद। भारत माता की जय। नमस्कार।
धन्यवाद मंत्री महोदय। धन्यवाद मंत्री महोदय। It's been a pleasure to have you with us. Myself, Dushan Mulani, on behalf of the Federation, convey our sincere thanks for your valuable time, even while being there at your remote location. You cared for us and you delivered what was required on this auspicious occasion of 75th Independence Day of India. Point is, FFFAI during this convention has deliberated on lot of innovative digital technologies and suggestions given by you with outreach of FFFAI across the country, whether be it ports, airports, inland container depots, land custom station. We have that outreach and the membership base to ensure that how these ideas can be translated into reality. We would be seeking your time, even when you are there at Nagpur or wherever in Delhi, some time slot. We will come out based on our discussion here in the convention. We will prepare our paper, submit to your good self, seek your time, and how we can implement on topmost urgent basis your suggestions, sir. So thank you, sir, once again for being with us, and we'll send you our representation and come and meet you in person. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. हाँ.
Thank you so much, Dushan sir.